Hi, man, it's Hemp Meadows with Experiencing God. Hey, have you ever read this? It's called the Constitution of the United States. I'm going to tell you what, man, it will freak you out and blow your mind. It's not at all like anything that's going on right now. Now, we're watching history be made, and we're part of it. This is the time of our lives. We're born to live in this moment right now. We weren't born 100 years ago or 100 years in the future. But there's guys that are like me in their 70s. We've been around for, 70 plus years at this point. At that age, you have seen a lot of stuff go down, and you've also watched it come back around. All right, so if you start at the age of 70 looking back on your life, the different phases of your life, you can see what every man is going through when they're in their teens, their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, their 60s. If you're 70, you've been through all those decades. You know that there's phases of life that every man goes through. And you can relate to each one of them because you've been through it. And so you have great wisdom about how you can share valuable insight into how to accomplish the best and become the best you can be within that area of your life and that time of your life. Now, you're also helpful in regards to personal stuff that a guy might be going through at those different phases of life, or different business decisions that he has to make, or most importantly, the relationship that he's going to forge with the living God. I'm going to tell you what, there is no relationship that you can have that's more important than the one with Jesus Christ. And it's so exciting to see what's happening with so many men right now as they're coming back to God. They're putting their hearts on the line, and they're experiencing God in a way they never did before. This is tremendously exciting. There's a revolution that's breaking out that's called revival. We're reviving ourselves. We're reviving our spirits. We're reviving our values, our morals, honesty, integrity, the truth. We're not tolerating all the other stuff that's going on in society. We're leaving it all behind. We're welcoming the kingdom of heaven on this planet, and that's what we're working for. We're working for an eternal reward, not just making it through in today's society. Now, we know that Satan owns the society. That's biblical. You can look it up. Okay? But what it's all about is that if you were to break down any society around the country or around the world, you would find out that there's basically 7 sectors of that society that Satan controls. And I'll see if I can remember them right now. I can always remember a few. It's kind of like the 10 Commandments. Can I remember all 10 of them? Well, usually I can remember a couple. But see, ignorance is no, what is it? Ignorance is no, what's the saying? It'll get you off if I didn't know. You go before the judge and you go, I didn't know that I was breaking the law. He goes, oh, well, then that's okay. We'll let you off with a warning. Well, that's not the way it works. We will stand before the judgment throne, and we will have to give an accounting of our life. Now, the beauty of that is that you can do it now instead of waiting until you die. But you've got to go through a living death and be born again. That's what it's all about. And when that happens to you, you're moving into a transcendent level, and you begin to see things in a different way. Why? Because you have new eyes to see, and new ears to hear, a new heart, a new mind. And life becomes quite the adventure, I must say, because now you're on a path that you were not on before. You're holding his hand and he's leading you on. And he will freak you out with what's going down right now in this world, in this country, in your home, and even in your own heart. You'll see transformation happening all around you, and you'll give glory to God. That's what's happening in my world. Well, it's so exciting to be able to share with you guys. This is a podcast for men only. I know that there's probably going to be women that watch it, but I'm really more focused on men and what's going on in our lives and how we can become better men and more efficient warriors and servants and do it all for God. And I feel like I'm part of a Christian army and I'm marching off to war. So I've got the cross of Jesus that's going on before, and I've got the sword of the Spirit and the shield of faith. I've put on the armor of God. I've got the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. I've got the belt of truth, and I've stepped into the boots of peace. And I'm striding towards what I hope is the kingdom of heaven that's coming to this planet as Jesus is just revving it up and making his movie come to life. We get to be part of it. It's exciting. So men, this is for you. Let's hook up. Let's make it happen. Okay? Bye-bye for now.